Right. And hello again. So this time we're back here with Legend of Zelda Ancient Stone Tablets. This is, like I mentioned earlier, a direct sequel to Link to the Past. The Princess Zelda, you're going to see a lot of characters from the last game, with the exception of Link. And so, since we have this choice, I normally play as the girl character, but just because we have the option here, should we play as boy or girl? Because this is these are our options. I'm just gonna take whatever the first one I see in chat is. Boy or girl? Girl. Good choice. All right. So let's go ahead and get started here then. In 3, 2, 1, go. I hit the wrong button to start.
Humph. Oh, you have awakened. Listen to me, young one. I am called Aegina. I do not know from whence you came, but you must hear me out. This kingdom is being overrun by monsters. Without a weapon, your flesh will soon become a feast for their kind. So, will you rid the land of filth? I know of a weapon, but it is in a place the old may not reach. I cannot go myself. Will you go? So, that's it. You'll go. In that case, travel to the temple to the east of here. There, you will find a sword and shield. If you have a sword, you can defeat the monsters yourself. Until that time, I will lend you my brother's equipment. My older brother, Srala, is a famous elder of Hyrule. I will pass on his wisdom. Listen well. Firstly, there are fearsome creatures that dwell in the Eastern Temple. You must be cautious. Within the bottle I just bestowed on you, there dwells a golden bee. It is a strange thing. It seems to be attracted to monsters. Should it find a monster, it will attack. However, it hates the glint of swords. It will flee from anyone bearing a blade. If you find yourself lost in a labyrinth, play your ocarina. You will soon find yourself returned to the dungeon entrance. Do you understand?
I wanted to let that play out for y'all. I was confusing myself with a different. I'm looking for a key, but yeah. So yeah, this game actually had voice acting.
First of all, please press start.
This was only released on the Satellaview broadcast system, which was only in Japan. And it would periodically allow you to play games over a satellite download. And this was one of the original games that were on it. It did have things like Super Mario World, regular Link to the Past and stuff as well.
From a bottle from the subscreen. Now, press start once again to close the window. Press the Y button.
This is the one I care most about.
If the V does not appear, try pressing the button once more. If you approach the Armos stone statues by the Eastern Temple, they will come to life and start to move. Those who haven't yet obtained a sword should use the V.
Yeah, so 100% in this game actually means 100%. So we're gonna get all of the, well, again, I suppose that does still depend on how you would define it personally. Hold on, let me.
Young one,
take care of that idiot real quick.
Here is a fortune teller. He shall predict your fortune.
But yeah, so 100%. Oh, hold on.
I see shadows of fairies near the youth's location.
Did you hear that? It seems as though fairies have appeared. Young one, should you touch one, your body will be healed and strengthened. It is also possible to catch a fairy with a net. Use this wisely, young one.
Yeah. So this game was broadcast over a course of 4 weeks. So you're going to notice we're going to switch ROMs a couple times for this. There's one for each week. Unfortunately, we don't have the same benefit that the Zelda 1 broadcast system game got, which combined it all into a single ROM, which I really, really wish and hope we get one day, because it would make this a lot more fun to route. But because of this, the way this routing works, what we do is we just blitz through and finish what we must finish during weeks 1, 2, and 3, and then just leave everything else to week 4, because we're forced to wait until 48 minutes on the timer before we can even start approaching Ganon. And so we just do everything in week 4 during what would be a forced wait. Yeah, so like I said, this did have voice acting in Japanese. The English voice acting you hear is obviously a fan translation and voice acting. As you can see, or hear, it's maybe not, you know, it's not like AAA tier voice acting or anything like that, but I really enjoy it because it kind of reminds me of just like a bunch of passionate nerds got together and they're like, we are making this soundtrack, and I love that.
And you will be able to see the rooms you have not yet explored. When you obtain a sword, you will be able to charge power in it. Hold the B button to ready an attack. There are many traps within a dungeon. Be sure not to overlook keys and switches hidden under pots. There are also doors which cannot be opened with switches.
Jerks. But there are a couple well-known voice actors in here. For example, the voice actress for Zelda will be something that I'm sure at least a few of you are familiar with, or someone at least a few of you are familiar with. It's Kira Buckland, who you may also know as 2B from Nier Automata. I love that key grab right there. Yeah, so unlike regular Link to the Past 100%, we're actually getting all the capacity upgrades in this one. And they kind of function similar to how the capacity upgrades in Z1 worked, where you pay someone in a dungeon and they increase it for you. But here, that price goes up depending on the week. So it starts at 50 per upgrade in week 1, and then it goes to 100, and then 200, and then finally 400 on the last week.
Prediction for you.
Purgus, Purgus. You will now certainly receive rupees for any monsters you defeat. But this won't last for long.
Is that so?
Get
Did you
wrecked.
hear that, young one? Defeat as many monsters as you can now, and work on collecting rupees.
Right, so that's it for week 1. So we're going to do a reset of the game here. And hope the voice acting works on this. Otherwise, we'll reset until we get some audio. Okay. Audio, please. Okay, cool.
Young one, awaken.
Sometimes the
While you slept,
MSU pack
I
doesn't
looked into these
quite work
stone
very well.
tablets. However,
And we have to
I
restart.
could not discover anything of importance. I suspect that though these stone tablets are held by the dungeon's fiercest monsters, they hold no special meaning. What do you think? Will you continue collecting the remaining tablets today? So, that's it. You'll go. I shall return the items I borrowed from you.
Yep, she sure was. She voiced Zelda.
I will use this time to confirm the controls once more.
Oh, what am I
If you
doing?
press start, you will bring up the subscreen.
This one?
At the subscreen, the items you just received will be displayed. If you press the L button at the subscreen, you will see today's objectives. If you press the R button, you will be able to see an explanation.
If we bomb the left wall there, there's actually a blue tunic over there.
To the game
We're gonna skip that though.
Button again.
We don't really need
Hold
it.
the B button to charge your sword's power. Players who don't have a sword yet will need to visit the Eastern Temple. If you play the Ocarina, you can change locations instantaneously.
Young one, today I will ask your aid once more.
Right, again, we do need to get the upgrades, capacity upgrades during the dungeon. So we do need this extra money during the course of these first 3 weeks.
How to use items.
Even though we would normally
Lantern
skip it
light the torches
to
inside
try and
the
just get
dungeons.
through these as fast as
There are some
possible,
doors and dungeons that
there's
won't
some things
open
we
if you
still
don't
have
light
to
the
do.
torches. The boomerang
And
can stop
that's
enemies
one of them.
from moving and get items from a distance. The bombs are extraordinary items that can damage enemies and open holes in walls. But if you get caught in the blast, you will take damage, so be careful. You can put many different things in empty bottles and use them later. If you have a bow, you can shoot arrows. If you don't know how to use any other items, press the R button at the game screen to check.
So, because the hammer fight with this guy sucks, because we don't have spin speed in this game, so we can't fix the hammer hitbox like we did in Vanilla, or in Link to the Past, I just shoot this guy with arrows. Might be. They do.
Is today going to be another day of bad weather as well?
Nice. No bonks. Let's go.
It has begun to fog over.
Hey, but you know what? At least it's not
I'll summon the fortune teller.
the CDI Zelda
Tell your fortune.
in terms of voice acting. Then again, that voice acting is also amazing in certain respects. Okay, I wasn't sure if that was going to hit. I'm so hungry I could eat an Octorok. Alright, this is the scariest room in the game, no lie. These guys do so much damage on Green Tunic. Now, yeah, I know I could have picked up Blue Tunic, but that would have taken time. And we could have gotten a better sword before this. But again, don't really need it for this boss. And it's not really worth it enough for Helmasaur that it's worth getting.
It has begun to rain. Curse this weather.
Yeah,
You will
curse
no
this
longer
weather.
Be able to use bombs outside. Isn't that right? The fortune teller has heard the call. Will you not share your prophecy?
Very well. Hocus pocus. I see a mushroom
Oh, come on.
Where do you see it?
deep in the forest.
Is that so? The forest? Young one, to the north of here lies a terrible forest. Those who lose their way are never seen again. My brother once said that mushrooms should be brought to the magic shop. Young one, if you enter the lost woods, you must be cautious.
So the way he says magic shop, every time all I can hear is that 50 Cent song Candy Shop. I swear. It just, yeah. Anyway. Okay. Okay. There we go. What? 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 Okay. All right, I guess.
Master Arjuna,
Have you seen something?
I see the shadows of fairies.
Fairies? Young one, if you find a fairy, you can touch it or catch it in a bug net.
Does this hammer not work anymore, or what?
Many items are hidden within dungeons. You must search every corner. If you don't obtain enough items,
Okay.
you'll be unable to continue deeper into the labyrinth. I will now explain the items you have
Well,
received
that's a thing
today.
that happened.
You will be unable to continue the adventure without obtaining a sword.
All
A
right,
shield
that's
will
week
protect
2.
you from monsters' attacks.
Done a bit later than it should have been, but nevertheless, um, yeah, pretty much. They're hints. Oh, hold on. Let me reset it just so we actually have the voice acting here. This is what I was mentioning before about the MSU pack sometimes not working so great. Okay, there we go.
Oh, you've awakened. Youth, I woke up before you and started looking for the Book of Medora. But I couldn't find anything even resembling it. However, the princess says she saw it among Link's belongings, so it must be here. I'll continue to search for the Book of Medora, so why don't you go looking for a new stone tablet? I see, so you'll go look for it. Oh, before that, here are your things. Take them.
Let's make sure you know how to play. If you press start, you will find the items you are
Wait.
currently carrying. Press start and then the
Yeah.
L button to view today's
I did need the
objective
boomerang.
screen. If you press start again, you will return to the game screen. Press the R button at the game screen to view the item description screen. To swing your sword, press the B button. Hold the B button down to accumulate power. Pick
Yeah,
up
the
objects by pressing
voices,
A button next
they
to
are hints. It's also just like story exposition and stuff too.
Well then,
But
if I find
yeah,
the Book of Medora, I'll let you know right away.
that is one of the biggest roles of the hints.
I'll do a thorough search of this room. Let's see.
If you do not have a sword, go to the Eastern Temple. If you do not have the boomerang, go east of the potion shop into the bottom of the waterfall. If you do not have the magic hammer, go to the west side of Hyrule, just east of Kakariko Village. If you do not have the hook shot, go to the Lost Woods in the northwest. If you
Right, so
play
now,
the ocarina,
these
you can
things are
change
super
locations
expensive.
instantaneously. If you don't know where you are, press the X button to display the map and confirm your location.
I didn't mean to fall above the block. I meant to fall on it, but... What am I doing? No, it's this one. No, it's not. Wait. Why is this empty?
I wonder if Ajuna has found the Book of Medora yet. Well,
Isn't
what
right.
can I do to help?
Master Ajina usually called for the fortune teller, didn't he?
I, too, can see the future if I calm my heart, but...
Why are these
I'm
chests
sorry,
empty?
but could you go call the fortune teller?
Yes, ma'am.
That's not right. Oh, the MSU pack didn't play. Damn it. Sorry, I want to see if this, like, resets the dungeon. Because the key was supposed to be in that chest. That was empty. And I don't know why it's not. So if this is still broken, okay. That's expected, though. I opened that chest. Yeah, our treasure chest may have changed, right? Okay. So... I guess we're gonna just do a kind of fake 100%. Um... Okay. This has literally never happened to me before.
You've awakened. Youth, I woke up before you and started looking for the Book of Medora.
So, here's what happens if you start in a week that's not week 1. You can fly around to the different dungeons.
So it must be here.
And talk to these guys, and they'll give you the equipment
So why don't you go looking for it
that you would get in that dungeon. However, they take all the rupees, which is why, well, which is one of the reasons we don't do it.
Let's make sure you know how to play. If you press start, you will find the items you are currently carrying. Press start and then the L button to view today's
I don't have
objective
bombs.
screen. If you press start again, you will return to the game screen. Press the R button at the game screen to view the item description screen. To swing your sword, press the B button. Hold the B button down to accumulate power. Pick up objects by pressing the A button next to them.
Well then, if I find the Book of Medora, I'll let you know right away. Now, I'll do a thorough search of this room. Let's see.
If you do not have a sword, go to the Eastern Temple. If you do not have the boomerang, go east of the potion shop into the bottom of the waterfall. If you do not have the magic hammer, go to the west side of Hyrule, just east of Kakariko Village. If you do not have the hook shot, go to the Lost Woods in the northwest. If you play the ocarina, you can change locations instantaneously. If you don't know where
Alright, we're gonna try and
press
work
X
something
to
out
display
here.
the map and confirm your location.
What's in these? Okay, so I'm not gonna have max capacity on things anymore because I can't get those. Well, can't get them anymore. From
I wonder if Ajina has found
the
the
first
book
4
of Medora
dungeons.
yet. Well, what should I do to help?
Master Ajina usually called for the fortune teller, didn't he?
I too can see the future if I calm my heart, but I'm sorry, but could you go call the fortune teller?
Yes, ma'am.
If it looks like I'm kind of flailing around right now, it's because I'm trying to figure out where I can get rupees at. Because I need 200 rupees for this capacity upgrade. Were there any in the room here? I don't think so, right? Okay. I guess we'll just come back for that.
Have you gotten the power glove? If you have the power glove, you can carry the white stones. To carry even heavier things, you need the Titan's mitt, but you can't get that now. There is also a glove ridden with holes that you can only
Oh, hey,
use
look.
once in an area.
A
The
chest
stone that you just
exists.
can't move,
Actually,
try
what's
it
in
out.
here?
Remember,
It was money,
you can
right?
use it only once in the same area. If you want to use it more, go to another area, come back, and try it again. Now I will explain how to use items. The lantern.
Hey, what? This door was also open, wasn't it?
There are some doors in dungeons that won't open if you don't light the torches. The boomerang can stop enemies from moving and get items from a distance. The bombs are extraordinary items that can damage enemies and open holes in walls. But if you get caught in the blast, you will take damage, so be careful. You can put many different things in empty bottles and use them later. If you have a bow, you can shoot arrows. The mushroom is an ingredient needed to make the magic powder. It is said that if you sprinkle magic powder on an enemy, it will have a surprising effect.
Oh,
If you don't know how to use any
Okay.
other items, press the R
Interesting.
button at the game screen to check.
so I've learned something new. I thought the upgrades were based off of the week you were in. Apparently, it's the number of upgrades you have. Turn the hints off as in, like, just the narrator guy? If that's what you're asking, no. You can't just turn that guy off. Because the dialogue all comes as part of just one soundtrack. Though you can play without the voice acting. And in that case, like, the music will actually be tied to the dungeons and stuff instead of just a fixed background soundtrack. There's our next sword. But it would be nice to be able to turn them off. But they were... The goal of the project was to restore the game as it was when it was broadcast. And so he's stuck there for us. But I get it. I definitely get it.
Ah, so you're the fortune teller. You just got here, but could you divine the location of the Book of Medora?
Abracadabra, alakazam. Abracadabra, alakazam. Unfortunately, I don't know where the Book of Medora is. Fairies have appeared near the youth.
Fairies? Hero of Light, did you hear that? It seems fairies have appeared. Do your best.
Alright. Well, you all saw me grab the first four upgrades, so we're still doing hundo. Definitely, totally. Hopping to get off my property, exactly. Oops. Alright, time for Desert Palace, and then it's on to week 4.
It's not here either. It's called the Book of Medora, so it should look like any ordinary book. Where is it?
Oh, I need that bomb, please. Is who
There's a
following me?
Zelda.
The narrator?
Have you found the Book of Medora?
No, I see an odd bee.
An odd bee.
It is attracted to monsters.
No, not
Bee
that
that
room.
will attack monsters. Did you hear that, Hero of Light?
This one.
A gold bee bent on exterminating monsters has appeared. But be careful, alright?
Yeah, no, he's just kind of there, talking. Just a narrator. Alright, so these upgrades are supposed to be 200 rupees each, so I'm kind of just getting a huge discount. But you know what? I feel that's only fair for the nonsense we had to put up with.
It's not here either. And what color might this book be? I should have asked the princess for more details.
Anyway, we should be green tunic until here, when we get the red. Oops, that was the wrong weapon.
Princess!
You're the soldier from the northeast. Has something happened?
It seems the magic shop has completed a gold potion. But as usual, they could only make one.
Is that so? Good work. Did you hear that, Hero of Light? The magic shop in the northeast has completed a gold potion. You should head there.
The magic shop is in the northeast of Hyrule. Magic potions are sold there. The red will restore your life. The green potion will restore your magic. The blue is an extraordinary potion that fully heals both. The gold potion will not only fully heal
Get
both
wrecked.
your life and magic, but also shortens the time needed to accumulate power in your sword for a brief time after drinking it. If you have never tried it before, you should do so.
Randomly picking up radio signals, exactly. It's those dang fillings she got. Alright. So that's it for week 3. And now on to week 4. So there's a lot of stuff to do here. And there's no audio. Why are we having... Oh, you guys can hear audio. It's just on my end. Interesting. I wonder why that's happening. Where'd my save go? Oh, God. All right, so we're experiencing a bunch of new nonsense today.
Mr. Ajina is waiting for you.
Come, youth. I will now return the things you had me take care of.
So we're, I guess, doing a week 400% right now.
Oh, if it
What
isn't
the hell,
Princess
man?
Zelda. It's dangerous for you to leave Hyrule Castle. So what has your highness in such a hurry?
I had another dream last night. In it, I was reading the Book of Mudora on the summit of Death Mountain. It had to have been a prophetic dream. I believe it is my duty to read the Book of Mudora atop the mountain. Hero of Light, could you take me to the summit of Death Mountain?
I cannot let you do that. Let me go in your place.
No, only I can read the Book of Mudora. Ajina, you will wait here until we return.
But...
There's no time. Let's go!
Princess.
This is literally the first day I've ever had this issue.
She told me to stay here. But what should I do?
And I've not changed
I am of no
anything
use if
about
I
my
just
setup.
stay here. Youth, I leave the princess. I leave Princess Zelda to you. I know. I can at least have the fortune teller look at Princess Zelda's future.
Let's make sure you know how to play. Press start to see the subscreen. Press the L button on the subscreen to see today's objective screen. Press start again to return to the original screen. Press the R button on the game screen to see the item description screen. Check this screen if you don't know how to use an item. Hold the B button to build up power. Press the A button to pick objects up. If you do not have a sword, go to the Eastern Temple. If you
Need
do not have the boomerang,
desperately
go east of the
some
potion
money.
shop and to the bottom of the waterfall. If you do not have the magic hammer, go to the
Okay,
west
more
side
money
of
than that.
Hyrule, just east of Kakariko Village. If you do not have the hookshot, go to the Lost Woods in the northwest. If you do not have the power glove, go to the water shrine in the south. If you do not have a red tunic, go to the desert temple in the southwest. If you play the ocarina, you can change locations instantaneously. If you don't know where you are, press the X button to display the map and confirm your location.
Need bombs. I can't think of anywhere where there's money without needing bombs for it. Thank you. Okay, good. Oh, we have to get literally everything.
I wonder if Princess Zelda is alright.
Okay, at least we can get on the heart piece schedule now.
Really now? What is he doing?
Have you seen any tombstones? If you push a tombstone, it will
Alright, so
move.
we needed to get that
Try pushing
shovel
one.
ASAP because it's going to be there for 10 minutes.
Blocked by a tombstone
And we
that
need to
won't
get
move even if
all
you push it.
4 weeks
Try
worth of
dashing
shovels.
into it instead.
in this last
Now I
week,
will explain how
which
to use
only
items.
lasts about 50
The
minutes.
lantern can light the torches inside of dungeons. There are some doors in dungeons
So
that
it's
won't open
really
if you don't
imperative
light
we
the
get them
torches. The
immediately.
boomerang can stop enemies from moving and get items from a distance. The bombs are extraordinary items
let me
that can
just go
damage
to the
enemies
dungeon
and open
now.
holes in walls.
Yeah, the game
Get
basically
caught up in the
thinks I
blast,
haven't played
you
the
will
other
take
weeks.
damage, so be careful. You can put many different things in empty bottles and then use them later. If you have a bow, you can shoot arrows. The mushroom is an ingredient needed to make the magic powder. It is said that if you sprinkle magic powder on an enemy, it will have a surprising effect. If you don't know how to use any other items, press the R button at the game screen to check.
That's just a compass. We don't need that. Hey. Oh, not that one. Sorry, this has suddenly turned into a on-the-fly routing nightmare. um... At least these should be 50 again, I guess. Even if we're not going to end the game with them, at least I have purchased all 4 weeks worth of upgrades. Or I will have anyway. It's 100% in spirit. We have got this one, this one.
Has the fortune teller still not come?
I thought he was here, but... Ah, ha, ha. Here he is!
You are late. The princess may already be in danger. Hurry up and divine something.
Very well. Hocus pocus. I see fairies.
Fairies, huh? Youth, did you hear that? Let the fairies help you and protect Princess Zelda.
Well, tried to bully him into the corner, but didn't quite work out. Yeah, right? I used to do this with English text, but I switched to a ROM with Japanese text just because that's faster. Alright. So let's go back into cleanup mode here. Get some of the stuff I missed. Or have to re-get, like the flippers. Right, so we definitely did need to get those flippers again. Because we have to go swimming in the lake. And, yeah. That requires flippers, as it turns out.
Master Agina! Master Agina!
You again. Has something happened at the magic shop?
Yes! Another golden potion has been made! As usual, there's only one for today.
I see. Youth, Another gold potion has been made. If you go to the magic shop, play the ocarina to make your trip easier. Don't worry, the princess will grab onto the bird with you.
Jerk.
The magic shop is in Northeast Hyrule. Magic potions are sold there. The red potion will restore your health. The green potion
Nope,
will
nope,
restore
nope. What am I
your
doing?
magic.
It's over here.
The blue potion is an extraordinary potion that fully heals both. The gold potion not only fully heals both physical strength and magic, but also shortens the time needed to accumulate power in your sword for a brief time after drinking it. If you have never tried it before, you should do so.
Damn it. I caught up to the rock and hit myself on it.
Sword,
Wow.
The Master Sword. After the hero Link used it in the previous struggle, it was sealed in the Lost Woods. It is said that, with a single swing, it could cleave the air, and, with a single strike, it could defeat some of the most dangerous of foes. But not everyone can wield it. If you do not have a certain level of physical strength, you cannot do so.
Fortune teller. Have you seen anything?
Purpose. The youth can use an infinite number of bombs.
The power of unlimited bombs, you say? Did you hear that, youth? You can attack monsters with bombs and destroy walls. But don't get carried away and get caught in the blast.
Alright, we gotta go get the next shovel. And we kind of want to be on this, like, ASAP. So... especially after losing time at the start to having to regain equipment. Just waiting on the shovel to disappear before I go do more stuff, because I want to get it as soon as I can. So I know this seems a bit silly and counterintuitive, but week 4 is a fixed amount of time.
Something new?
So
Mysterious power is gathering in the youth.
the boss won't be ready until it says like 4:48.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The power has disappeared.
It looks like the power protecting the youth is at work today as well. I leave
Okay.
Princess Zelda in your care.
Normally one of the medallion attacks happen there. So, kind of funny that it did. Oh, there it is. Because why would anything work? It's probably because I was in a doorway or something. Come on. Come on. Go away. There we go.
Can you see anything else?
Hocus
All right.
pocus. I see a frozen
Whew.
eyeball deep in the labyrinth.
A frozen
Alright, so it's up
eyeball, you
next
say?
to
Does
the
it
lumber,
have a
or
weak
not
point?
lumberjacks, the
I
swordsmiths.
don't know, but it attacks using ice.
Did you hear that, youth? It seems there is a frozen eyeball. If it is frozen, it should be weak to fire. Use strong fire attacks.
I know, is anything even working? I don't know why all of this is starting to happen, but we're gonna clean off the files from my my SD to SNES. Oh wait, I have the bug net. Such habit to do that.
Master Regina,
What is it? Is the princess alright?
the power of unlimited bombs has disappeared. Princess Zelda is with the youth.
I see. The power of unlimited bombs has disappeared, huh? Did you hear that, youth? You still have a long way to go. Keep at it.
Right? Let's go get the shovel HP now, before I forget about it. Was over here, right? Yeah. Oh no, I need to go this side because I need the mushroom.
What is it? Have you seen something?
Hocus pocus. I see arrows. The youth can use infinite arrows.
I see. Youth, did you hear that? Shoot as many arrows as you please while you have the chance.
Okay. Hold on. Look, my usual routing of this is like all out of whack right now. And so my brain is just desperately trying to figure out what to do. Oh, I need this bottle too. I assume just to make sure that you actually heard it, because you weren't going to hear it again.
Master Regina,
What is it? Have you seen something?
I see fairies again.
Is that so?
It's almost time to grab the next
Did you
shovel.
hear that? Let the fairies help you protect Princess Zelda.
Oh god, ain't that the truth?
Journeying with you like this reminded me of something. A while ago, I was sealed in the dungeons of Hyrule Castle by Priest Aghanim. I would continue to plea, relying on the slim hope that I may be heard. The hero Link heard me and came to rescue me. Link and I escaped the castle through a secret passage and made it to the church. The journey to the church was a dark and painful one, and I will remember it for the rest of my life. And now you, the hero of light, are here. Even when things get tough, never give up.
Nope. Come on, I need those. Right? Yeah, it was precisely 6 minutes and 2 seconds, as a matter of fact. Actually, why am I still grabbing all this money? I don't think I need this anymore. Anyway, let's go get ourselves ready for the next shovel. Which is in here. So we can grab this one first. This heart piece.
Master Regina,
What?
the power of unlimited arrows has disappeared.
I see. You've used up half your time. Hurry up.
Oh, oops, I checked the wrong one. Not that one. It's this side, right? Yes. Oh, you know what? We can get one more heart piece. Alright. I'm gonna just leave, or we're just gonna wait this out again. I know this feels silly, but it's really the best way to make sure we don't miss it. Like, we get the shovel, the new shovel, as soon as possible.
Well, can you see anything?
Hocus pocus. Oh, the boomerang has transformed. It can now pierce through enemies.
Did you hear that?
That shield noise
Use the
debated me.
boomerang. Use it to defeat enemies and to grab distant items.
Alright, please be a good spot for the... Huh? Oh! Oops. I also hate the fact that the bottom option is yes and the top option is no. Oh god, it's literally the furthest away one. Right, somewhere there.
I will explain how to play the game once more. If you have a sword, you can attack. Hold down the B button to gather power in your sword. Press start to bring up the sub-screen. To see today's objective screen, press the L button on the sub-screen. To see the item description screen, press the R button on the game screen. To return to the original screen, press start again. Press the X button to see the map. When in the overworld, it will bring up the overworld map. When in the labyrinth, it will bring up that labyrinth's map. To return to the original screen from the map screen, press the X button again.
Alright, finally getting close to the end here.
Master Angela! Master...
What is it? Why are you bothering me?
It's nothing.
If it's nothing, don't call my name.
That was close. Princess Zelda told me not to tell Master Agina if that suspicious-looking person sets up shop. Oh, if I tell him, he's sure to go there.
Did you say something?
No, not really.
Bomb that fairy.
There are many rooms in each labyrinth. Check it out on the map. Be especially suspicious of rooms with nothing in them. Search every nook and cranny. Don't overlook walls you can destroy, or statues with tongues which you can pull. To pull on something, stand next to the thing you want to pull, and use the control pad.
This
while
is my
pressing
favorite
A
heart
button.
piece. It's just there.
How about it?
We are
Can you see
2
anything?
heart pieces down.
Pacus.
Are 2 heart pieces away from
For a third
the
time.
last one we can get
Also,
before.
I see a monster
final
with
boss.
3 heads.
A monster.
Well, before the final
Three
boss sequence
heads, you
starts, at
say?
least.
What is its weak point?
I do not know.
Did you hear that? Youth. It seems fairies have appeared. But there's also a monster with 3 heads.
A monster
Sorry,
with
3.
heads.
Well, now it's 2.
It's called Trinex. It has a blue head, a red head, and a third head that is the real one. You need to defeat the blue and red heads first. The fire rod works against the blue one, and the ice rod works against the red one. Once they are gone, attack the section that is colored differently with spin attacks.
I'm not so worried about the timing for the last shovel now. Because we have to beat this dungeon first regardless. And so, by the time this dungeon is done, we should be good to go to rent the shovel. So that way we're not just like standing around for a while again. Oh wait, I need this. Yeah, when I get a moment to actually, breathe here, after getting all these things, I can put in chat, or give to the mods to put in chat a link to where you can find information about this game. The patches to build it. It has options with and without the dialogue as well. Unfortunately, nothing with the regular dialogue, but not
Sir
the
What is it this
narrator,
time?
at least as far as I
Mysterious
know.
Power is gathering again.
But,
Is that so?
5, 4, 3, 2.
A link to the past, yes.
The power has disappeared.
Hyrule still has enough power to help the youth. It seems. Youth, keep at it.
It's a link
Princess
to
Zelda is
squared the
depending
past.
on you.
Oh, almost did the whole maze without bonking. That chest there is just rupees. We don't need it. We only need 100 more rupees at this point, and we definitely have that. So... not too worried about that. That's a really good question. That I don't remember the answer to. I think it just says he's like out. Like doing, you know, adventure things.
What is it?
Nora has gone back to normal.
I see. That will make things more difficult. Youth, do your best.
Yeah, exactly. He's just like, you know what? I deserve this. Actually, this might be taking place during Link's Awakening. Because if I recall that correctly, the Link's Awakening Link is right after, or is what he does after this. I don't remember if the oracles come before Link's Awakening. I think it's... remember. But those two are back to back. In some order. Yeah, deal with your own crap, princess. Alright, so we're gonna drop her off here, because this gives us another warp point.
You've made it to the depths of a labyrinth, haven't you? There are a lot of tricks in there.
Yeah,
Check
probably.
every nook and cranny. Have you
Exactly.
missed a switch hidden on the floor or under a pot? There are doors that won't open until you step on a switch. There are also switches that you must continue pressing somehow. Have you overlooked any walls that can be destroyed with bombs? Grab things at a distance.
Alright, let's see. Where is this thing?
There are also gaps that you have to use the hookshot
It's at the
to cross
top of the mountain, okay.
There are also obstacles that only the hammer can flatten. Try out various items.
Let's go get one of those gold potions, just for fun. It's somewhere in here. Right? In here somewhere. There it is. Okay, cool. Whew. Well, other than the capacity upgrades, which we lost, That's 100%. Now I know there's a slot missing in the menu here. But this is what the max inventory should look like right here. And that's what we have.
Oh, this is...
What? What?
There is code.
The youth has infinite
For,
bombs, arrows, and magic.
The cape
see.
in the game, but
That
it's
is
not
new.
actually in the game.
Youth, you only have 10 minutes left. Hurry up.
Well, sorry about going over estimate on this one. If it weren't for the game doing, you know, this, we would have been okay. But, alas, the game said no, but we're just about done. We just have to wait for 448 for the, final boss sequence to start, grab the 2 heart pieces that are like right next to the final dungeon, and then call it a day. Yeah, a blurst run, that's for sure. Yeah, there is an actual time limit.
There's almost no time left. Can you see anything?
Pocus, pocus. Oh, this is...
What?
I see the evil king.
The evil king.
The legendary weapons, the
like trying to
silver
speak- yeah.
arrows are needed.
It
to
really
defeat
is.
him.
The silver arrows. Where are they?
On the summit of Death Mountain.
The silver arrows are what Link, the hero, used to vanquish the evil King Ganon. Could the evil King Ganon have resurrected?
It just ends.
How did he...
And if you don't kill Ganon before the
To
end,
the summit of Death Mountain.
it's, you get the bad ending. Oh. Alright, so that was one of the remaining heart pieces. The other one is over here. Alright. And there you go, 20 hearts. Alright, let's go finish this. Yep, just, you know, really long stairs, because why anything else?
Yeah, we're running out of time. Are you able to divine anything?
Pocus, pocus. The youth will certainly get rupees upon defeating monsters.
I see. Youth, you will surely gain rupees when you defeat monsters. Only 6 minutes left. Hurry.
Alright, and that's time. Oh, man. Alright. So again, sorry about going over there. The game decided it didn't want me to finish in time. And we kind of sort of got 100%. We did all the things, it's just not all on one save file. But I just wanted to show off real quick, if anyone's wondering, where is the Dark World in this? You see that mysterious patch of clouds right there?
What is it?
The magic shop is having another sale.
I see. Only 5 minutes left.
If we just sort of
Potion. If you need some,
come over
use
here,
the Oak Arena and hurry to the magic shop.
and just sort of sneak into the wall here. Oops, wrong way. Just sneak into this wall, right? And then come over here. This area might look familiar. And then it turns out there's Ganon's castle right there. It was hiding over here all along. Anyway, with that, I will get out of here. Gone far enough over. But I hope you enjoyed the run, regardless of the unfortunate accidents along the way. But with that, I hope you enjoy the rest of the marathon, and we'll see you next time. Take care.
Good evening, everyone. I'm your friendly neighborhood restreamer, the Big Mike 1983. Just wanted to read off some donations and talk about the marathon this weekend. So we are doing the RGL TV boss battle for climate change. All donations over this event are going 100% to Citizens Climate Lobby to help them in their efforts to combat global climate change. If you donate $10 or more, you will be entered into raffles for various Perlers, merch, or Steam keys. And we do have, through the donation link, several different incentives you can put your money towards. We do have a couple recent donations to read out for those. We have Dumplechan with $50 towards Chrono Trigger, Feed the Cat with the message, Take that, Wolf Machino, which is the big boss that we're trying to beat. Today's donation goes towards feeding the cat. That's right, in Chrono Trigger Feed the Cat. We have Klutz Leo also towards Feed the Cat with $10. Mahobgoblin with $15 towards the Mega Man 10 character select as Mega Man. And then good old Bloopy, $15 towards Chrono Trigger Feed the Cat with the message Save the Earth, Feed the Cat. And that does put us within $25 of the Feed the Cat incentive. Some of the other ones we have coming up on the page that are live is for our Power Blade run tomorrow. You can choose between reverse stage order or random order. Again, we have the Mega Man versus base Mega Man 10 character select. We have Super Metroid Meridia Missile Recharge, where Zost will visit the most beautiful room in the entire game, the Meridia